Okay, so what I have to show you now is the 3D design for my collar. It's an open scab. A few things to point out: micro USB hole, buzzer hole, collar holes. Collar feeds in through, comes under, comes back out. I haven't decided what to do with the LED yet. I'm probably going to need some kind of light pipe. Another important thing to look at here is this the solar panel. You can see it's got this little slot here, so the tabs slip in there. So the metal parts that you solder the wires to are covered by those, and the circuit board just sits in this well here. Now there's two ways I could potentially build it, and I could have it printed this way up, right? So I print it out, I pop the circuit board in there, I solder on the solar panel, pop the solar panel tabs in, and we're good. And put a little bit of glue around here and here, so we have nice seals, nice waterproof case. Now the other option is to print it, I'm thinking the other way, flip side, this way. And then once it gets to once this first part finishes, or once this first section, this first little bit prints, I stick the solar panel in there with the wire sticking out. Then I keep printing, and the idea would be to build up some walls, so rubber walls covering around the sides of the micro USB and the buzzer. And then I can, from before it prints to this part, you know, that layer right there, right before it prints the bottom, I'll pop the circuit board in this way and then seal it in. So we'll have nicer seals. Now my printer can't really print this very well. You can kind of do it, but it doesn't have a heated bed. Has the extruder through the hose, which is a real pain. Doesn't have a fan on the output. I want to get a TAS 4, and hopefully I'll have some money for that in the next month or two. I can actually print a good one of these and see how it works out. Another thing I'm considering is the edges. So right now this is the width of the solar panel, but I could make it a little thicker. Oh, wrong way. See now, and then the solar panel would be totally have flaps all over the edges, and I could, you know, put a little bit of sealant in there, pop the solar panel in, nice seal on the edges. Okay, so first attempt printing the case with the flexible filament. You can see the general idea would be, I printed this is about the diameter of the cat's collar if it were round. You can see the flexible filament easily conforms to that and go considerably more. Had some problems on this print. You can see my printer, it's kind of lacking in some areas. No heated bed, no fan on the extruder output. So if I'm going to go into production, and I do want to just get one for the hell of it, I want to get a TAS 4, which has a flex extruder head. Now the main problem with this printer, the reason I got this horrible damage is I wasn't paying attention for a second, and my extruder, it has a space where the filament can bulge out, and since this filament is flexible, nice and flexible, it bulges out and we don't get filament feed. Anyway, so we lost that wall. I kind of compensated by lowering the head until it started printing again, but obviously that didn't work. So let's go over the general ideas of the case though, since I have it here. So that's just the hole for the collar to feed through. Comes in through the top, along the bottom, out back, and conforms to the cat collar. The board sits in this dip. Now, what you can't tell, probably, is there is a little flat here. And that's where the solar cell kind of pops in. Let me grab one to show you. Solar cell kind of just slides in there with the wire. Let's see. Oh, looks like it's a little bit long. I guess it's kind of popping. So it slides in that slot, and the idea is I pause right at this layer, and then I continue printing over the tabs, so it kind of seals it in. And I might print a little bit over the top on the edges too. So over the tabs and over the edges, and we have just the solar panel sticking out. So at least I do know the flexibility is good enough. You can really see that here. I mean, even the thickest part flexes pretty well. Overall, it flexes great. Even with this wall, you can see that wall. It kind of bows out rather than flexing, but it's pretty flexible. So hopefully my next attempt will not have so much fail, and I can actually try putting one in. Right now, I attach it to one of these backings I printed out of PLA. So the circuit board, solar panel, battery. Since I don't have the flat batteries right now, I'm just running it like this. And this is what I put on Jasper, and it worked pretty well. I was able to find him, it sat on his neck well. So this is one alternative possibility, and it flexes because it's thin enough. It has some give. So this might be an alternative option. See, on overall thickness, right now it's designed and made the same overall thickness. Once you add in this micro USB connector, it's the biggest piece. So that's what we're looking at right now in terms of a case.